Hey everyone, Link here, and welcome back to Ratchet Clank, where last time we checked out the lava planet of Gaspar in search of the pilot's helmet, which will be very fun if we ever find a ship that needs it to fly. And we also checked out the poisoned homeworld of the Blarg, Orxon, where, due to the pollution, Ratchet could not explore, but Clank could. And Clank was able to find some Magneboots, which will come in handy for finishing out Batalia. And he was also able to find the infobot to the resort planet of Pokitaru, which has an oxygen mask. So today we're going to be checking out both of those planets, starting with Batalia. Alright, here on Battalia, you may notice that we have 23,000 bolts. That's quite a few bolts. Why do we have so many bolts? Well, I did the grinding trick that I showed off in the previous episode. The one where you come here to Battalia, you open up that building on the left, and you get like 500 to 800 bolts per round. And I just did that for a while until I had 23,000 because we are going to need it. Why we're going to need it? Well, that'll become more apparent about halfway through this episode. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and make my way to the walled city, and I will see you over there. Alright, we have reached the entrance to the walled city. On the way here, I went ahead and wiped out all the enemies I could, and I very specifically made sure not to kill the tanks. Merely destroy them enough that their cannons fall off. There is a very specific reason you should not be killing the tanks yet, and we'll be getting to that soon. Alright, let's go ahead and hop up here and use our new Magneboots to get across and into the city. Now, Magneboot section. Oh gosh, not exactly the biggest fan of it. You back off. The Magneboot section. If you have a fear of heights, you know that feeling you get when you're like really high up and it kind of feels like you're being sucked towards the edge of the cliff or whatever you're at or whatever you're on top of, and it's very, very uncomfortable. Has anyone ever gotten that, except instead of feeling like they're going to fall off a cliff, they feel like they're going to fall straight up off the planet and into the sky and into space? I tend to get that feeling a lot, especially if I'm like out late at night away from the city looking up at constellations. My brain tends to be like, oh yeah, I'm totally going to fall off the planet and into the sky. That's terrifying. And the Magneboot section, they very much give me that same feeling. It's deeply uncomfortable. But yeah, with our Magneboots, we can just slowly make our way across and into the city so long as we don't walk off like I did earlier. Okay. Let's go ahead and deal with this guy and start clearing out the city. Get these Blarg out of here. Okay, I think I got most of those robots out of the way, so if we head back over here, we should be just across from where the start of the ventilation shaft is, and we can use this bolt crank to extend the bridge and make a nice, easy path into the city for when the reinforcements eventually show up. Okay. Get ourselves stocked up. Get every last bolt we can because, as you can tell from the fact that I needed to grind so much, we're gonna need a lot of bolts. Okay, we got 2 more tanks. Okay, 3 Devastator. Oh gosh, 3 Devastator shots is enough to knock off their cannons. Gotcha. Okay, now we should be able to just safely and carefully clean this area out. Good. Alright, now as long as those tanks don't get destroyed for some reason, we should be golden. Okay, let's see. Any more boxes I can break? Anything special around here I can collect? Some Pyrocitor ammo. Alright, looks like we're good. There's still some bolts scattered about, but it's fine. I'll grab them in a bit. Open up the bolt crank and head on through. And hello, Plumber!
Hey, I know you two.
Look, the plumber's back.
Very funny.
What are you doing here, sir?
Maintenance. What else? I helped fix this planet's useless air defenses.
Well, I think you'd better hurry up.
The turret works fine, you little yahoo. It's the locals. They haven't got the skilled manpower to use it.
I'm a pretty good shot.
You? No, I could lose my job.
Oh, come on. What's the sense of keeping up a turret if nobody's gonna use it? Besides, the Blarg chased you off the last planet. Why don't we pay him back?
Well, all right, go on if you want. Just don't break anything.
Alright, we have permission to use the turret to fight off the aerial support that the Blarg have sent in. Maybe this will chase them off the planet. Alright, let's go ahead and hop in. Alright, so while we are in this turret, we've got several objectives. 1, take down all the large ships flying around here. We can do that by hitting their engines, which are the spinning objects marked with spinning barrels. If we can knock all the barrels off, that destroys the engine and destroys the ship. 2, we need to keep an eye on the missiles and make sure they don't blow us out of here. Missiles will show up on our radar in the bottom right. They'll start out as white as they're fired off and then turn to red as they lock onto us. The 3rd objective is to get a skill point, which can be retrieved by shooting one of the smaller Blarg ships out of the sky. So we've got a lot we're trying to do right now. Normally I get the skill point by complete luck. Oh gosh, one flew in from below. Normally a Blarg ship will just fly in from just, there we go, yeah, just like that. It'll just fly right in front of you and take a shot. Alright, there we go. We got our skill point. We've taken 1 hit, but there's only 1 ship left, and it's got a missile on its way. Okay. This last ship has 3 engines we need to take care of. So let's go ahead and blow them all up. Oh gosh. Apparently I missed a missile. I think I heard it come in from the right. I didn't see it flying in though. And with all the engines destroyed, we are done.
Well, well, well. Looks like he's good for something after all. Here, take this.
What is it?
It detects underground bolts. My grandfather designed it to suck up loose change on any planet in the galaxy. What a cheap old man he was. Well, see you around sometime.
Since you now own the Metal Detector, a bolt icon will show up on screen whenever you are near a buried stash of bolts. When equipped, the Metal Detector will give you signals to indicate your proximity to the buried bolts. The detector plate will always indicate the direction to the bolts. Hold down the circle button to activate the device. As you move closer to the bolts, the rings will become redder and the beeping will become faster. Continue holding down the circle button, and once you are directly over the bolts, the Metal Detector will suck them out of the ground.
We got the Metal Detector. It is good for getting extra bolts, as the tutorial said. It doesn't give that many bolts. I mean, yeah, it'll give like 50 to 100 per shot if you're in a good area. But it's not the best. there are definitely more effective ways to get to grind out bolts. But I won't knock it. Every little bit helps. It's just probably shouldn't be your main grinding method. I do very much appreciate that it indicates the direction to the nearest set of bolts too. Very handy. Yeah, like, it gave us a few thousand there, and then I fell off the cliff like an idiot. Good job, me. Alright, heading back out of here now that we've tried out the the metal detector. It's not ideal. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I put in so much effort to decapitate you tanks. And this is how you repay me. By getting repaired. Yeah, it's not... Dang it. I'm gonna have to reload the entire level now. That sucks. Yeah, metal detector. It shouldn't be your primary method of grinding for bolts, but it does help to supplement. Make you need to grind less. Alright, let's go ahead and take this taxi. I am so disappointed that those tanks are back up and running. That actually really sucks. I'm gonna have to... And the fact that the other one got in the way and blew itself up. I'm gonna have to reload the level and try this again. Oh well, I'll show off what I've been meaning to show off with those tanks in just a moment. Alright, went ahead and went through the level again, cleared out all the enemies, and decapitated all of the tanks. Now we're gonna toss on the Sonic Summoner and do the one thing in the game it's actually useful for. I really wish you could just keep the Sonic Summoner on, or just having it gave you the ability to summon sand mice, because having to remember to put it on, it's not great, especially when the sand mouse houses are so difficult to notice anyway. But the reason why we cleared out the level of enemies and decapitated the tanks is to make it easier for our sand mouse, which has both a time limit and a bullet limit. So less enemies means less bullets wasted, and the tanks being damaged also means less bullets wasted and also less time spent on each one. Because if our sand mouse is able to destroy all 4 tanks, then we get a skill point. I was considering not saying it was a skill point, but like, come on, it's obvious what I'm doing. It's a very strange thing to do. Obviously, it's a skill point. And got it. Okay. With that, let's hop back on the taxi and get the heck out of here. Now that Battalia is completely done. Oh, goodbye, Sandmouse. I will miss you. Not really. I mean, yeah, the Sandmouse is certainly helpful, but like, no one ever remembers to use them. It sucks. Alright then, next up we are heading on to Pokitaru. Welcome to beautiful Pokitaru. Now that we're here, we can, get hurt apparently from explosive crates, and see why we needed 23,000 bolts. We have two new weapons, the Visibomb gun, which was first available on our first trips to Orxon, but we didn't have the money or need for it at the time. The Visibomb gun is a very lovely gun, which we'll be using right now to get, well, you can probably guess. Visibomb gun is basically as powerful as the Devastator, but it can go a long way out, and you have control over where it moves. It's basically an RPG that you can maneuver. You can hit circle at any time to detonate it in the air, and has a pretty nice explosion radius. Not perfect, but good, and I am missing real badly. I would like for these ships to stop running away from me. There we go, there's one. There's two. Ah, missed. Just one more. All we need is one more ship to blow up. There we go. For blowing up 3 ships with the Visibomb gun, we get a skill point. Alright, with that done, let's go ahead and grab the other weapon available now, the Decoy Glove. Decoy Glove, well, it does probably exactly what you expect. Creates a decoy for enemies to fight. Unfortunately, they don't last forever. They will blow up after so many hits, but it can give you a few moments of peace and respite. Or respite? How is that word supposed to be pronounced? Anyways, quick note on the Visibomb gun. Might as well show that off as well before we get going. If it flies off too far into the distance, well, eventually it goes out of range and you lose the bullet. Or you lose the grenade, rather. Not pleasant. Don't really want to lose our bullets. So do make sure to not just let it fly off into the distance. Alright, for this section coming up, there's a few weapons that would be pretty good. Walloper, Pyrocitor, and the Suck Cannon will all be very handy weapons for what's coming up. I'm probably going to be sticking to the Pyrocitor.
Hey, you two are the first friendly faces I've seen in weeks. You are friendly, aren't you?
To you, yes. To him, no.
Well, friend, have I got a deal for you? Since the Blarg began dumping their toxic sludge into our ocean, the wildlife has,
Become ravenous mutants?
yeah, you could say that. All my customers either left or became lunch. So I'm closing the place down. However, I just so happen to have one, count 'em one, O2 mask left.
How much?
It's not for sale.
But you said...
I said I had a deal, and indeed I do. You boys get rid of those Blarg ships, and it's yours. Just escort me to the other end of this resort, and you can use our jet fighter.
Jet fighter, eh? All right. But you better not try to stiff us.
Alright. Just gotta guide him to the other end of the resort. Use the jet fighter to clear the Blarg out of here, and we can get that, O2 mask. Very nice. Alright, heading in here with our Pyrocitor. Also worth noting that the Glove of Doom works pretty well too, but that's just because Glove of Doom is really, really good. I would personally recommend sticking to the Pyrocitor here, but Walloper, Suck Cannon also work very well because we're going to have a lot of very close range fighting. So strong close range weapons are ideal. Thankfully, while this is an escort mission, this guy has infinite health. He cannot be harmed. We do not have to worry about him. All we gotta do is clear out the enemies so he can make it through, and we'll be golden. Yeah, Pyrocitor's pretty good. Walloper, you can deck them in the face. If you can get them lined up, that can be pretty effective. Hang on, sir, real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some ammo and bolts. Oh, he's ditching me. Oh, he has completely ditched me. How rude. All they wanted to do was restock so we weren't at risk of running out of bullets. Okay. You know, I shit on the Sonic Summoner a lot, but it would be handy here. Again, it's useful because I specifically remembered to use it. Alright, let's get up here. Grab some health because I took a bit more of a beating than I'd like. But yeah, if you can get enemies lined up, Walloper's really good. Suck Cannon's also pretty good, but once you start getting beyond 5 enemies, it starts to become less effective because its ammo will fill up, or rather its tube will fill up, and then you'll have to start dumping enemies out, and well, if you want it to be effective, you gotta aim so that they're actually taking care of the other enemies in the area, and aiming isn't exactly this game's strong suit. Alright, before we head on, I do want to snag all these bolts. And off we go. Oh, lost our Sonic Summoner. Or rather, lost our Sandmouse. Oh well. Alright, before we head too much further, as soon as we get rid of these Puffoids, the Puffoids in this area are so obnoxious. Before we head on too much further, there is something I want to show off. The starfish on Pokitaru have Dan Johnson's face. That man is everywhere. Uh-oh. Back up, back up, back up. God, I hate the Puffoids so much. Oh God, I thought I got them all. Where did these 3 come from? Okay, we're good. Alright, where's our next set of Puffoids? I know you're out there. Oh God! Way to sneak up behind me. Okay, we just gotta make it to shore, please. Please, sir, hurry up this boat. Oh gosh. Oh no. Well, the Walloper won't let me down. Okay. We're almost to the end here. We've made it to the main... Rest in peace, Ratchet. Gosh, really? You're gonna make me do this again. Okay, I'll meet you back at shore. Alright, we've made it off the beach and onto the main resort area, so we should be almost there. Just as long as we don't get swarmed again. Yeah, let's do Suck Cannon. Yeah, Suck Cannon's good as long as you don't have more than 5 enemies, because then you gotta start aiming. But that worked out just fine. Okay, Puffoids. I will see all of you in hell. Oh God, yeah, too many, way too many. Okay. Yeah, the enemy density with the Puffoids is a little much, I gotta say. especially when the camera does shit like that. Why did it just pull right so hard? This is definitely a level I prefer more in concept than in actual execution, because gosh, do the controls fight you a bit. Just a bit.
We're here. Now where's that fighter?
Right there in that locked garage. One tourist crashes a jet and wham! Lawsuit.
That lock is unlike any I have seen.
Very astute observation, Mr. Shiny. I can't open it either. I don't trust the tourist, and the board of directors don't trust me. So we have a little problem.
We have a little problem. I just want the O2 mask. So if you can't open up the lock, that's your problem. Now cough up the mask.
Well, I can see that you really wanted to fly our jet. So I'll tell you what. Go talk to Bob at his Robo Shack. He knows about these locks.
Alright, I like how Clank kind of does agree with Ratchet. You promised us an O2 mask, and we get here, and it turns out you were lying the whole time. You're not gonna... You can't just let us fly your jet. But fine, we'll go talk to Bob at the Robo Shack about the locks. Also, very rude of you to pull me away from the boxes I was smashing.
Well, what have we got here? Hey, watch it. I recognize that work. Y'all been to Seattle, ain't you?
Yeah, he installed the Helipack.
I can see that. I taught that idiot brother of mine everything he knows. Look, if you want some real hardware, I can fix this little feller up with a thruster pack. Ooh.
Will it help us get past that weird lock by the fighter garage?
Ah, you know about those gizmos, huh? Well, it sure as heck will. It's got a real special power slam move built right in.
It's a good thing I need this to get to that jet, or you'd be out of luck, pal.
Gosh, Ratchet, chill! It's not like it's not gonna help you just in general for Clank to have a thruster pack.
I've got it. I'll have you fixed up faster than a horny toad a hopping. Well, there you are, little buddy. Better than new. That's right. I am the man.
Yeah, not bad.
Admit it, Ratchet, you're impressed. He looks adorable with his little rocket pack. But yeah, with this new thruster pack setup, we can jump and do a slam to open up the garage and get access to that fighter jet. Now let's go clear the blarg out of here.
Fire the machine guns and press the circle button to fire off more missiles. To go faster, hold down the missiles.
So yes, as we are flying through this area, we need to take down primarily those large centipede enemies. We've got our machine guns, which have infinite ammo, but don't do as much damage. And then we've got the missiles, which will absolutely devastate our targets. Plus, they have the ability to lock on, which is nice. Unfortunately, missiles you can only restock by shooting down the smaller blarg ships. Shooting down those smaller blarg ships will also give you some health, just in case you need it. I will say, I am not the biggest fan of the health meter in the bottom right of the screen. It is not the easiest to read, we'll say. Okay, we've got plenty of missiles now. Let's get to work. And we're done already.
Well, I guess that should do it. Here you go.
It's about time.
Alright, with that oxygen mask, we can now check out anywhere where Ratchet previously couldn't breathe. Including Orxon. We can finally go and check out the entirety of Orxon. Before we do that, we do have a couple more things to take care of in this level. First off, there is a secondary path over here to the scenic Jawai Resort sewers. I always wanted to take a vacation to the sewers. Actually, now that I think about it, I did burn through quite a bit of ammo earlier. Let's Let's stop by the shop real quick and at least restock the Pyrocitor. Because we burned through our ammo.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Some Visibomb's a good idea. Let's not overstock it. It's expensive. Nope, that's fine. Pyrocitor we need a lot of. That's fine, that's fine. I think we're good then. Alright, now, into the sewers. With our oxygen mask, we no longer have to ever fear about swimming underwater. We will never run out of oxygen. It is wonderful. Alright, hello there, Amoeboid. Oh gosh. It's the sewers. There's gonna be a lot of those Amoeboids, aren't there? Just what we need. Alright, for this area, we do need the Hydro Displacer, as well as the Trespasser. Okay, with the water drained, we can access the Trespasser puzzle. And let's see, so we need the... That works, or that. Let's go with that. That works, and then this can get the bottom two, and we're good. Alright, now we actually do need to go refill the water. We just needed a drain to access the Trespasser puzzle. And let's get going. Yeah, of course, we've got a ton of Amoeboids. Okay. Let's climb up here and get to work on clearing them out. Let's see. Glove of Doom could be really good here. Alright, that was a good initial clear out. Let's finish it up with Pyrocitor. Gosh, am I glad that I conveniently remembered that I needed to go back and refill my Pyrocitor ammo, almost as if I knew exactly what was coming up with these Amoeboids. Okay, climb up to the... Oh, gosh! Ratchet? Are your feet still wet from swimming in the water? Is that why you slipped off? Clearly couldn't have possibly been my fault. Thank you for the ammo. Let this rise up a little bit so we can make the jump easier. And we got another Trespasser puzzle. Okay, so that could work very well. Then I just need to activate that and make sure that's out of the way. Oh, except... Okay, move that there. Oh, but we've also got the one on the right. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Okay, so that definitely has to go there. There we go. Okay, back into the water, where we have a whole bunch of TNT. Let's get this all blown up so we can collect the money from it. And then onwards. As nice as it is that we can now breathe underwater, I am very sad that it is so slow to swim around. Ratchet, why can't you swim faster? Alright, got some Glove of Doom ammo, that'll be very handy. And one last set of TNT before we surface. Hello, Amoeboids! Oh gosh. Alright, same as before. We'll start off with a couple Glove of Dooms to just clean it up a little bit. And then we'll go in with a Pyrocitor to exterminate them. Alright, how do we do? 2 left? Sounds good. How dare you? Okay, Trespasser, get us through this last, hopefully, door. Let's see, we could go there. That could go there. Perfect. And here's the end.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm searching for a very elusive and secret substance.
Raritanium?
Maybe?
The oceans on this planet are said to be an excellent source of that element.
Well, not anymore. All that toxic dumping has obscured any trace of it. You will find Raritanium for me.
No, I will not.
Piece of junk. My latest invention, the Persuader. I intended to use it to control minds, but, well, the only thing it's gotten me so far is a discount from Gadgetron vendors.
Hey, I could use that.
Well, I'll trade it for some Raritanium.
I believe planet Hoven is a source of that element.
Our long-range sensors do not detect raritanium.
Alright, so if we ever end up going to planet Hoven, we can get some Raritanium and come back for that Persuader. Did not mean to skip that tutorial, but, well, it was just repeating what Clank just said, so.
Our long-range sensors do not detect raritanium on this planet. Our database indicates that the best place to locate this mineral is on planet Hoven.
Thank you. Thank you, Gadgetron Help Desk. We'll be back for that, of course, once we have some Raritanium. If we get some Raritanium. I can't believe he actually did persuade us with his Persuader into looking for Raritanium for him. Amazing. Alright, before we head on back to the ship and finish up this episode, there is one last thing we can do here on Pokitaru. Just swim down around here and into this cave, and we've got an entire secret path ahead of us. Alright, climb up here, use our thruster pack to open the very convoluted bridge. Does it need to be like this? Absolutely not. Especially since this is so far out of the way of civilization on this planet. Uh-oh. Dang, I didn't realize I already had shots in the suck cannon, or I would have picked a very different weapon. Okay, let's see. Quick select. Not really gonna need the suck cannon at this point. Let's switch to the Devastator. And yes, is this abusing my very overpowered weapon? Absolutely. Do I necessarily care? Not really. Kinda just want to get rid of these jerks. Ah, you know what? We also need to have out the swing shot. Wait, there's more? Where the heck did you come from? Oh, these puffoids are so irritating. I think I got him, and then another one just pops up out of nowhere. I could just be using my blaster for this. No, it's much more fun to just go overpowered. There is no kill like overkill. Get over here, you dang fish. Okay, maybe if we back up a little bit. Aha! Alright, doesn't look like I'm gonna get too many more like that, so let's just climb. Oh, gosh! Okay, seriously, I just watched the last one on this platform die. Where did you come from? If it's not clear why I hate this level just a slight bit. Good in concept, but something is very wrong with these puffoids. Now on the Devastator. Oh, we've got a lot to take care of down there. How about Glove of Doom, actually? And then I don't think Blaster's long range enough for that. No. I was hoping for them to get close together. Okay, let's get a Glove of Doom going over there. That'll definitely help out a lot. And we're clear. And our destination is in sight. A gold bolt. Can we get up there? No. There are fish up there, and I have 1 health left. Well, it's like I just said. There is no kill like overkill. I swear, if there's a single puffoid up there, I'm going to scream. Okay, we're good. Ha! Pokitaru. Beautiful level, great in concept, but really, really revealing of a lot of this game's flaws. Okay, and we're like halfway through the level right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and backtrack to the start, and I'll meet you there. Alright, made it back to the start of Pokitaru. And with that, now that we have the oxygen mask, we are able to go back and revisit planets where we could not breathe before. So basically, Orcs on. So, next time on Ratchet and Clank, we're heading off to Orxon to explore it as Ratchet. I will see everyone next time.